While the U.S. Air Force is focused on firing down alleged Chinese spy balloons over North American airspace, the U.S. Navy and Marines are conducting joint exercises in China's backyard, the South China Sea. The US-Nimitz Aircraft Carrier Strike Group and the 13th Marine Expeditionary Unit have been conducting integrated expeditionary strike force operations in the South China Sea, according to a February 12th statement from the Japan-based 7th Fleet. The 7th Fleet announced exercises on February 11th involving ships, ground troops, and aircraft in a statement. The joint operation has developed a significant footprint in the region, promoting peace and stability, according to the 7th Fleet. According to the statement, they assist a variety of tasks as a ready reaction force, including bringing Marines ashore, giving relief to those in need, and scaring off prospective enemies with displays of battle power. According to the statement, the Nimitz ESF's ability to function proficiently and simultaneously on the water, on land, and in the air is an excellent illustration of the unique value of the amphibious capabilities provided by the Makin Island ARG and 13th Marine Expeditionary Unit. The combined drills' start and end dates were not specified in the statement. Having said that, the most recent exercise might be interpreted as a show of force against Beijing and unwavering support for allies in the region. China claims almost total sovereignty over the South China Sea and vehemently opposes any military operations by other nations in the territorial waters, which are used to transit $5 trillion worth of cargo every year. In the South China Sea, overflight and navigational freedoms, according to the U.S., must be safeguarded. As a result, it frequently sends ships sailing past fortified Chinese installations in the Spratly Islands, upsetting Beijing. Washington is also enhancing its defense and security cooperation with the Philippines. Manila is concerned that the Chinese Coast Guard and ostensibly civilian but government-backed boats are encroaching on islands and fisheries. The balloon saga deflates attempts to improve U.S.-China relations. The exercise occurs at a time when already tense relations between the U.S. and China have deteriorated due to a diplomatic row over the claimed Chinese spy balloon's supposed appearance in U.S. airspace. The shooting down of a huge Chinese balloon off the U.S. coast on February 4th has also sparked worries about North American security. According to the U.S., the alleged Chinese spy balloon that was downed on February 4th by a USAF F-22 Raptor was equipped to identify and receive intelligence signals. Beijing counters that the airship had deviated from its intended path while gathering weather data. Then, according to the Pentagon, on February 10th, a USAF F-22 fighter jet once more brought down a different object off the coast of northern Alaska. It lacked any propulsion or control systems, according to the authorities. On February 11th, around 100 miles from the U.S. border, a US F-22 jet shot down a high-altitude flying object on U.S. and Canadian orders above Canada's central Yukon Territory, claiming it threatened civilian flight. However, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer claimed on Sunday that they were likewise balloons, albeit smaller than the first one. The military has not confirmed the nature of the objects. Schumer connected China to the unexplained objects. Another high-altitude object was brought down on February 12th above Lake Huron in Michigan by a USAF F-16 Fighting Falcon fighter jet, the most recent in a string of similar incidents. However, Secretary of State Antony Blinken abruptly canceled a vital trip to Beijing intended to reduce tensions in response to the first balloon incident. China first expressed regret over the balloon, but has now increased its criticism, branding the U.S. shootdown an overreaction and a violation of international law. China's defense minister refused to speak with Lloyd Austin, the U.S. Defense Secretary, when he called to discuss the circumstance. The United States has now barred 6 Chinese organizations it alleges are linked to Beijing's aerospace efforts as part of its response to the incident. The House of Representatives also unanimously condemned China for its brazen infringement of American sovereignty and effort to deceive the world community through false assertions about its intelligence collection programs. The balloon, according to the Pentagon, was a component of China's massive surveillance operation that has been in place for some time. The United States suspects that Chinese balloons have lately flown over a number of countries across 5 continents. After closely watching the balloon that was brought down in South Carolina, it learned more about the balloon program.